Howdy folks, this is your old pal Uncle Al, and we're going to do the bad news first. Okay, checking my calculations. Oh god, that's horrible. Yeah boy, that's really bad folks. Okay, a lot of you want to hear the truth. Unfortunately, you're not going to like it. I looked at my paperwork and it's really bad. I keep telling people you had a chance to get rid of Captain Crazy. Captain Crazy doing something in Eastern Europe and also in Russia illegally. We're not at war with Russia, and several things have occurred in Russia and China. Shame on you, Captain Crazy. He wants a nuclear war with anybody. That's the bad news. Let's see. It costs about 100 million lives on the East Coast. Sorry about that, folks. I don't write it, but you're in a target zone. I'm sorry. Anything west of the Mississippi, 50-50. Okay, if they're really serious about it, Captain Crazy's feeble and he doesn't know. He won't even know that Washington, D.C. got nuked. And a lot of the Captain Crazy crews, it's a form of urban renewal. Not if you kill 100 million Americans. No, that's not urban renewal. That's called being stupid, especially in the Bronx. Okay, in Europe, 90 million. That's 14 different countries getting bombed. This is on this timeline. Remember I told you I forgot which phase it was. It's one of the phases. I'll look up in the notebook and I'll double check. We win 3, we lose 2. Now because you kept Captain Crazy too long in office, we lose 3, win 2. And that time, another week, and it's going to be May. Okay? This is the breaking point, folks. If we get into June and Captain Crazy's still in office, we are screwed royally. It goes from we lose 3 to we lose 4 and only win 1. And of course, we're going to lose Alaska, half of Washington, the good part. On the western side, nobody wants the eastern side of Washington. It's a desert. Also a radioactive wasteland. Nobody wants that. And then Oregon, everything on the eastern side, if you're not going to willing to fight. And Portland's going to get either gas or nuked. Washington isn't, because they're just going to come down from Vancouver and say, hi, we're taking over, get out. And a lot of you guys are going to let them do it. Now, in San Francisco, they're all communists in San Francisco. They're going to dance and sing and whatever they want to do. They threw eggs at the People's Convoy. They're all one of them. I keep showing people this, but they never ever listen to old Uncle Al. And I keep warning people. You got Nazis on one side and you got the CCP on the other. Okay? I did tell people to read this. They never did. Nor did they understand this one. That was 2 years ago, folks. It's 2022. Time has run out for all of you. Okay? Best I could do is recommend how to prepare and stuff. Now, like I said, as Captain Crazy's loaning out money and driving up our taxes and stuff, so he makes anybody who survives what's going on the 5 nuclear incidents. I don't call them wars because There's too many survivors, and it's isolated in certain regions of the world. Unfortunately, if you live in one of those regions, it's going to be really, really bad. And I'm not kidding about this. Okay? Especially New York City. I thought San Francisco getting nuked 18 times was bad. A lot of people hate New York. That's the city, not the state. They like the state, they just don't like New York City. And don't worry, folks. New York rebuilds. You'll lose maybe a third of your population due to radiation, cancer, blast, all that wonderful stuff. Bioterrorism. I'm not too worried. I don't live in New York City. People screaming, yelling. It gets rebuilt. It becomes a dome city. It's one of the nicer dome cities in the world. Rest of America, you should see Maccabeus, Everyday Survival. He talks, we are Americans. This jumpstarts most Americans. They are mad as hell. Okay? After we lose Guam, Hawaii, Alaska, and half of Washington, that leaves us down to 48 states. We own the rest of Washington, but it goes to Oregon and Idaho. And then we get 3 new states out of it. It's the western part of Canada. And everybody's fighting in western Washington, which is great. They're trying to recover from all the radioactive and sick people of Washington, D.C. It's not a good idea to be homeless in Washington, D.C. when they drop the one. It's not the big one, folks. This is more like we slap your wrist. We're not that stupid. If we do full one, it kills everybody. If it's a surgical strike and you strike back, see, that's a big territory, so they could hide out anywhere. And they'll look at you as the evil villain of the world wars. Okay? America is considered one of the bad guys in World War III. Not the good guys, the bad guys. Okay? And a lot of people didn't understand that. And everybody's mad at the U.S. Not the good part of the U.S., the other part that's been brainwashed. Okay? Like I said, folks, we're Americans. We should be truth, justice, and the American way. We should all come together. And if you don't believe in those things, and if you don't understand the truth, okay, then you're the enemy of the United States. And it's going to be an ugly one, folks. And we're not talking about tribalism. We're talking about people that have one track in mind to restore the United States. And it's going to be a hellacious fight. So those kids who threw eggs at the People's Convoy, think again. You might be gunned down when you grow up. Remember, you have to be careful of the Zoomers, age 7 to 22. They might be cannibals, zombies. Who knows? All right? You, Generation Y, or the millennials, you're getting older every day. And your time span is not looking good, folks. All right? I don't care. I still make out in all 3 timelines and the 4th one. Remember, there's 12 of them. I'm going through an old Indian group out of Ohio talking about the spider webs and 12 lines. Now, I read a lot of weird stuff, folks. Okay, so you have a nice night. Next one, we're going to talk about, next video, we're going to talk about Pinterest and stuff like that. I cannot do cat videos, and I cannot do what they want, because a lot of people notice that YouTube's been messing around down there. Okay, and it's like, well, we didn't like that subject. And people who work in YouTube don't realize it's an international company. Okay, it used to be out of San Mateo, I think. Uncle Alan's brain's kind of faulty, and I'm kind of tired. I'm going to see my doctor tomorrow morning. He told me to rest, but I'm going to try to do 3 more videos tonight. Okay, I'll see you later into the next video. You have a nice day. Remember, we lose 3. We win 2. I'll be seeing you. You have a nice day, folks. Bye.